Hello, everybody. Welcome to Gamble with Jimmy. How you guys doing today? Let's go ahead and get started with the Baccarat session. Now, I am going to dedicate this a lot to people who are just starting off with Baccarat. Now, if you're a player who plays frequently, you're still going to like this video a lot because it's still going to teach you all of the basics of the game. It's going to give you some good advice. So stay tuned, even if you think you know it all. Um, uh, but this is going to be more dedicated to those that are not that good at playing the game. They seem to consistently lose, or they want to get into Baccarat and see how they can win some money. Okay. So in Baccarat, it's one of the best games that you can play in the casino. And there's no reason that you shouldn't win an extra $5,000 a month. You just have to learn how to play. You have to learn how to manage your money. You have to learn the bet sizing. You have to have systems that are designed to where it's almost impossible for the casino to beat you in the long run. Okay, so let's get started. And we're going to go over the basics. I won't be able to teach you everything on this free tutorial. You guys can go to my training, which is at gamblewithjimmy.com. When you're on the training, just click on this right here and it's going to open up, or you could go under training options and just select Baccarat, or you can select craps, whatever you desire to learn. And Baccarat total package right here is pretty much what everybody gets. The reason why they get this is because it includes both of these strategies right here. The strategies is the Baccarat Crazy 8 and the momentum system. So both of these strategies. Now, this actually is an incorrect price. I'm going to have to change this. I don't know why this says $99. This actually should be $75. So both of these are $75 each, which is $150. But if you get the total package, it includes both of those. So you also get 3 training videos of that teaches you where you can win one time and lose 7 times in a row and still win. So it's pretty powerful. It teaches you the money management, teaches you everything you need to know. So you guys can go ahead and grab that course. Let's go ahead and get into the action. It does take about anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour to process your order. So anyway, you can visit gamblewithjimmy.com. Now that that's over with, let's go ahead and get into the free tutorial. All right. So we're going to start off with a $25 wager on player. Okay, we're going to lose, so we're going to stay with player. We're going to increase our bet to 50. Okay, and we're going to win. Okay, so we're going to be up $25. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and invest this $25, and our normal bet would be $25 here, but we're going to go ahead and go 50 because we're up 25. Okay, here we go. All right, it worked out. Okay, so what that did was it sprinted us up a little bit to $75. Okay, it's not a lot, but it's something, right? It's a start. It's a start. Okay, so let's take a look at the board. All right, so at this point, we're very, very early in the shoe. All right, now with Baccarat, it's the closest to 9 wins. The closest to 9 wins. Okay, so let's just go with player again. Let's just see if player can win again. All right, so it's a tie. So it's a tie. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and play the chop, which means I'm going to switch it over to the red, which is banker. So I'm going to look for the loser to win. And I'm going to invest my entire $75 that I'm up. The entire $75. Here we go. Okay, we're going to get a tie. Okay, so we're going to repeat that. It's 4-4. I'm going to repeat the same bet and do it again. All right, and we won again. Okay, so I like to do that a lot because I know, first of all, I ask myself, is $75 enough money for me to leave the casino? And the answer is no, it's not. All right, now if I'm just starting off and I don't have a bankroll built, and I'm playing on my own money, yeah, $75 is enough to leave the casino, because you can't look at it as that particular day. You have to look at it over a course of a month. Every time that you play as a gambler, you don't chase losses. If you lose your money or you allow yourself to lose too much money on one specific day, you're damaging your profit and loss margin at the end of the month. That's what you're doing. You're making it more difficult for yourself to win in the long run. It's not your business is not based on your performance for one day. But if you're running a business, you can't have a huge loss on one specific day. So you have to manage your money properly. Okay. Now, because we were in profit, we're now up $146 in a blink of an eye. And guess whose money that we used to do it? We used the casino's money. We didn't use our own money. We won $25 and we reinvested it. We won $75 and we reinvested it. So we used the casino's money to build that $146. Now, if you make $146 a day, you're talking about $4,000 extra that you're going to have every month, where your profit should be at least $4,000 a month. And that's why I told you in the beginning that making $5,000 a month in Baccarat is very simple. It's very simple. The problem is people do not take the money, and they have horrible betting patterns, the way that they make their bets and stuff like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. Let's take a look at where we're at. We have a chop system going on. Okay, this is a chop system. So we're going to go ahead and stay with the chop for right now, but we're going to bet very small on player. Okay, we're going to win again. Okay, so we're at $171, and we're going to go ahead and stick with the chop system. Okay, we'll go ahead and bet banker. Okay, we're going to lose there. Okay, so if you look at this board right now, we haven't had anything drop 3 times. So we're going to go ahead and take a chance and go with banker again here. But I'm going to go to $50. Okay, so we got our first one that dropped. So now we're going to go ahead and go ahead. There's 2 ways that we can do this one right here. We have 2 options. We can take this hand off where we don't bet here. Or if we are going to bet, we would have to go with player, which is the winner. The reason why, it's on a momentum kick. It's showing that it could go on a little bit of a run here. All right. Now, because I'm up $96, I'm going to go ahead and wait and just see how often that this can win. So I'm going to take this one off. Okay, so banker won, and indeed it did go to the chop. Okay, so a lot of you guys that have watched me know that I'll always play the winner here, but I also a lot of times will take that one off just to see if it's going to keep winning. Sometimes it switches back. Now this pattern is really, really bad for a chop system. If we're playing a chop system, the 3 drop, 1 chop is very, very bad for us. So if that happens again, we're going to switch strategies. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the chop. I'm only going to do a quarter here. Okay. We're going to get the win. Okay. So we're back at over the 100 range. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do the chop again. Okay. We're going to get that win. All right. Now it's showing patterns again of our chops. Okay. We like to see this. So we're going to go with player. Okay. We're going to, oh, it's a tie. It's a tie. We're going to repeat it. Okay. We're going to lose. Okay. We're going to go with the chop, which is player, but we're going to do $50 on player. Okay, we're going to get the win. All right, so we got all of our profits back. I think the most we were up was like 185 or something like that. So we did a good job on getting all of our profits back. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead now. The history on this shoe is showing that player wants to drop. So far with this particular shoe, we have a little more confidence with player than we do banker. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do something. This comes from experience, okay? We're going to do something here where we're going to take a chance with player. We're going to say, okay, player seems to be showing more strength. And we're going to invest our money into it right here, right now, to see if we can get ourselves up to more around the $350, $400 profit range so we can get off of this table. That's what our goal is here. We want to get off this table. We do not want to be screwing around. We want to make our money and leave. That is the goal, okay? You're not playing for fun. You're not playing for, I don't care if you don't have anything else to do. You'll find something to do with the money that you're going to make, okay? All right. And it's not going to be giving back the money. It's going to be going to use it for something fun or pay some bills. All right. We're going to go with the strength, which is player. Okay. We're going to abandon our strategy of playing a chop. We're not going to do it. We're going to go for player. But the difference is we're going to start with $200. Here we go. And we just won. Okay. That was too easy. It was too easy. You didn't get to see what we were going to do if we lost. Well, I can tell you what we were going to do. We were going to go to 400. And if we lost that, we were going to go to $1,000. Now, if we lose there, now we have to do a different strategy to get it back. We don't just keep doubling our money. You'll learn that in the training, okay? All right. So we're at 370, all right? And it's exactly what I told you. The strength of this shoe is player right now. Now, that doesn't mean that banker won't go on a big run over here. It doesn't mean that. It just means that right now, at the moment, player was the right side that we picked up on early. We noticed it early, and we took advantage of it, and we were just praying that the shoe didn't change at the moment that we decided to do that. Can that happen? Of course. Of course it can happen. And when it happens, your training and your skill level allows you to slowly get it back. Okay? But we always do that. That's what allows us to build a bankroll. And when we build a bankroll, then we have the ability to use their money to make more money. Okay? All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to look back at the history here. I'm going to go ahead and play the chop here on banker, okay? Now, I'm just going to do a quarter. Okay, we're going to lose 8-7, okay? So players on this run, all right? So we can choose to either go with the winner or take it off. Well, since we're up $345, I'm just going to take it off, okay? Because I'm not really sure what the hell it's going to do. I have no idea. I'm not a psychic. I'm just going to chill out and see what it does. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy, was that a bad takeoff because we would have just won $1,250. Every bet that I do is $25 on Blazing 7. I always bet bigger on my banker or my player to offset the $25 that I put on the Blazing 7. I do it every hand. If this is three card, it would have been $5,000. Because it's two card, it only pays 50 to 1. So $1,250. All right, so we just took the worst hand off and lost out on $1,250. That sucks. All right, so what we're going to do, we're just going to repeat the bet. Okay, so player won again, okay? So we're just going to chill out and let player do its thing. All right, player wins again. Player wins again. Okay, so banker finally won. Okay, So what did we talk about? What did we recognize early? That player was going to be the strength at that time. And that's exactly what's going on right now. Okay. Now, I do feel confident here that we could sneak a win out of banker. I feel confident if we have a big enough bankroll and we're willing to do it. That's the question. Are you willing to do it? I do not want you doing this if you are not up at least $10,000 on the casino, where you have plenty of money to do this. I do not want you doing it. Why? Because it's not necessary. It's not necessary. There's no reason if you take my training and you learn how to win consistently, but you have to be very patient because we don't bet every hand, and you have to know exactly how to manage your money properly and know the correct bet sizes. If you take my course and you're constantly winning every time you go to the casino, that is what I want you to do. But a player like me who wins a lot of money, I can take these type of chances here. Okay? So what I'm going to do, because I'm playing on house money, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and try to get this up right now to about the $600 range. And I'm going to do it through banker, which is the weaker of the two. I'm going to do it through banker. It's the weaker of the two. I'm going to start banker at 100. I'm going to lose. I'm going to go to 200. And there it goes. So I only won $100. That's all I won. I didn't win the big money. Did not win the big money. But I still won $100 in like 5 seconds. Okay? So I just felt confident that banker was going to sneak in a win there. I just, even though it was the weaker one. Now, I will not be surprised if banker starts winning. I would not be surprised. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're actually going to go with banker again, but only for a quarter. And there it is. We got the quarter. Okay, it won again. Okay? Because a lot of times you're going to see the other side get some momentum. Sometimes it's going to pick up a little momentum. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to take this one off. We're not going to do anything. Okay, that's a tie. See, banker's starting to win. Banker is starting to win. We're going to take this one off. All right, so went back to player. We're going to take this one off. Okay, player one again. All right. All right, so it had a little tiny momentum here, and then it went back to player again. Okay? Now, what most of you guys do when you're playing, you're looking back is what you're doing. You're always going and basing your decision on what happened previously. So that's what a lot of you guys do. You guys are looking here and say, well, player came down, player came down. Well, not really. Not really. Did player come down here? No. Did player come down here? No. How do you know player is going to come down here? Don't look back to make your decisions. Look at the overall board of what it's telling you. Okay? A chop system right now is not what we want to play. Why do we not want to play a chop system? Because it has 2, 3 drops. 3 drops. Once that happens, the chop system is out the window. We are not going to use it. We're going to use the Baccarat momentum system, or we could go with just playing the winner. Okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually take this one off. Okay? I'm going to take this one off. Okay, so player wins. And there it comes again. Now, this board has shown patterns of 3 drop, 1 chop. So I'm definitely not going to bet here. Why would I bet here? I don't know. I'm not going to bet here. Okay, so it did not do the 3 drop, 1 chop. It did not do that. Because we always bet the winner on a chop board if one side comes down 3 times. We bet the winner. We switch to the winner. So we would have won, but I don't trust it. I still don't trust it, so I'm going to wait. Okay, there it goes back to banker. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to make our move with banker again. Okay, I'm liking banker a lot. I'm actually loving banker here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start back at $100. Okay, I'm going to lose. I'm going to go to 200. And there's my win. Now I only win $100 again because I won 1 out of 2. Okay, so I lost the first one. We had to go to 200, but it worked. And this is going up the 548. And we're going to call it quits right there. That's it. I'm satisfied. I don't care how much more money I could win. I'm happy. I'm leaving the casino. I'm taking the $548 that they gave me, and it's going right into my bankroll. I'm going to go get $50 worth of food, take some food home, and I'm going home to relax with my $500. Okay? Thanks for watching the free tutorial, guys. Go to gamblewithjimmy.com. Purchase the Baccarat training momentum system. The Baccarat total package. That's what you want to purchase. Gets the training, the Baccarat momentum strategy, the Crazy 8 strategy. And I'll look for your order and process it for you guys. Learn Baccarat, make extra money every single month. I'll see you guys on the next one. And thank you, like always, for keeping the channel alive and supporting the channel with your support. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day.